Hi everyone, Puid189 here with some quick Tolkien news. I'm certain you've heard of the new Lord of the Rings TV show from Amazon, but recent reports either today or yesterday shows that the TV series from Amazon is now apparently about a young Aragorn. I don't really know how to react to that, and I'm not sure if y'all do as well. I mean, of course, it's probably really exciting, but at the same time, uh, I feel like Aragorn's story is already explored, and the Lord of the Rings TV series was supposed to explore stuff that hasn't really been looked at yet. John RhysDavies, Gimli's actor, quoted once he was asked in an interview what he thought about the new series, and he said, and I quote, "Why we quite need Lord of the Rings as a TV series baffles me slightly, but I'm sure that Amazon are so utterly unprincipled and greedy for money for anything. I mean, the extraordinary money they're getting from online gambling and stuff like this, it's just a disgrace. I mean, poor Tolkien must be spinning in his grave." I don't quite have that harsh of a view on it, but John Rhys-Davies has always been uh, very pure in his tastes. He's always been very classical. He loves to keep things very traditional, but he's also been a huge proponent of the arts and of keeping with the lore and stuff like that. He made the documentary Reclaiming the Blade, which was essentially a fan made or a fan funded documentary on the history of swords, and he did that just because he enjoys swords and medieval era things. So he's not exactly someone that would speak ill of it unless he had a good reason. But for those of you who have only seen the movies, let me give you a quick rundown of Aragorn's backstory and to show you what is actually canon so we can have a better idea of what the TV series will probably be like. Aragorn was born to Arathorn and his mother Gilraine. Arathorn was killed by orcs or hill trolls, the citations vary, when Aragorn was 2, and his mother sought refuge for her son in Rivendell, and told Elrond to keep his identity a secret, because he would have people going after him if they knew that he was the heir of Isildur. Aragorn was renamed Estel, which I believe means healing. I could be wrong. My memory is muddled. For the time being, until he was age 20, being told his true name and heritage. He left Rivendell to become the 16th chieftain of the Dunedain and the Rangers of the North, and became the greatest hunter of his time. He met Gandalf the Grey during this period. Aragorn then went to serve the realms of men, and he served his lords in disguise. He chose the name Thorongil, which means Eagle of the Star, in Gondor and Rohan. And later, with a small Gondor squadron of ships, he led an assault on the long-standing rebel province of Umbar, like where the corsairs of Umbar are from, burning many of the corsair ships and personally slaying their lord during the Battle of the Havens. After his victory at Umbar, Thorongil left the army to the dismay of his men and apparently went east. He did say in the books that he went to Harad, where the Mumakal are from, in the third movie and book, where he said the stars are strange. And he even said that he's been through the mines of Moria before. He then returned and guarded the lands around the Shire, most of it being known as Bree. And in there he went by the guise of Strider, before Gandalf the Grey told him to hunt down the creature Gollum, which he did after a very long and arduous hunt, finding him in the dead marshes near Mordor, where Frodo and Sam hid from the Nazgul with Gollum years later, before taking Gollum back to Mirkwood for questioning. After that, he went back to do his duties in Bree, and later he was met by 4 hobbits, and you know where that story goes. I don't quite know what to think of this yet for this series. People can only see Aragorn as Viggo Mortensen, obviously, at the moment. He's pretty much as much Aragorn as Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. But at the same time, I just feel like it's a bit odd to choose Aragorn's life other than just trying to milk a character for all he's worth for money, which is probably what John RhysDavies was saying earlier. People were hoping that the TV series would be in the First Age, or the Second Age, or earlier in the Third Age, because Lord of the Rings ages are very, very long. The Third Age lasts 3,000 years, or over that, actually. I believe it's 3,019 years. So there's plenty of lore in the Silmarillion and in the Tolkien indexes and the Untold Stories. So it's obviously a cash grab to make this about a young Aragorn. That's literally a speck of history in a vast mountain of material that they could be used for, that they could, explore. But then again, it is what it is. It's supposed to be the most expensive TV series to date, and hopefully it's good. But as of right now, and it's not even, they haven't even announced that Aragorn will be the main character, or that it will be about young Aragorn's life, but a lot of reports have come out allegedly that that is the case. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. If you like the video, please click like or subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon. Alright, thank you.